Namaste and welcome to class, and thank you so much for sitting with me, not only today with your undivided attention, but also with a little bit of patience because I have a cold. So if I cough or if I am not that congruent, it's because my head is still like a knot inside. But today class, I want to talk about ego. We have to start with the premises that ego is an energy force located in the left side of the body at the level of the second chakra. In the Vedic text, it's called Purusha, and it's depicted as a little demon, very mischievous and dancing and hard to grasp. And of course, we have the opportunity for us to purify it and to not to be sucked in it, or not to have the trap of its illusionary force. And that's the main thing, the illusionary force. Now, many of the New Age currents and conversations, they say ego is bad and ego should be eliminated. But I tell you that's not the case. Ego simply need to be understood. Ego is a very important part of our individuality. It's the force that makes us perceive that I am a person, this is a tree, this is a table, and they have the boundaries. If there's no boundaries, there is no sense of identity, and we cannot operate in the world. So that's one thing. Don't fight with an ignorant definition or incomplete definition of ego. Let me have a drink. Now, the other part is, what exactly are the tests of the ego? What are the forces that we need to transcend in order to move to a more refined perception? So one of the tests of the ego is the illusion of doing. I am because I am doing things. And that's what is the popular struggle these days about filling up the agenda with things to do. The more I do, the more I will survive, the more I will be safe, the more I will have in the bank, and so on. So the ego have a sense of survival, right? And we want and we do everything so much, especially mothers. It's incredible when I observe how the level of sacrifice of doing and giving and doing more, and they exhaust themselves believing that, number one, if I do, I am, and if I do, I'll survive. So it creates certain tension inside. Stress, inner stress. And the ego loves to tell you, oh, you need to do a little bit more, a little bit earlier, a little bit more specialized, a little bit more perfection. Then the second illusion of the ego is I am because I know. And this is more for the intellectual ones, that they accumulate knowledge, information, and They are never satisfied to deliver themselves in the world because they always feel that I'm missing information. I'm missing information. I need to know more. I need to be more perfect. I need to not to have any fault. So the lack of flow and creativity get immediately cut. In that illusion of knowing, you blocked the natural intelligence of the body and the natural intelligence of the prana. So your mind starts to constrict or be living in a very narrow point of view and pursue something in the future. You know, I need to know more, I need to know more. So that is a total illusion. You don't need to know more. Actually, my teacher, when I was in India, he said, I do prefer to teach people that have less knowledge, no university degrees or something, but they work more intuitively, because all the scholars are very cunning and they're always questioning the question, and they want to know in a logic way without having the creative or paradoxic way of thinking. The third test of the ego is the illusion of desire. And that is a vast ocean. We have talked a lot about desires, how one desire lead to another one and lead to another one. I have to have this, I have, you start grasping things, and you think that without any force within you, if you don't have any outcome, or if you don't have anything that pulls you out of yourself, you are not going to be yourself, that you're not going to be complete. So that's the other third part, the illusion of desire. And each chakra gives you a different desire, right? The first chakra gives you the desire of magnetic stability, the desire of sexual connection, or creating, or having more will, or giving love, or receiving more love. All these desires coming from the different chakras are part of the illusion of the ego. And let me have a drink. I'm doing good, are we? And the fourth part, or illusion of the ego, is the illusion of time, kala. It's the idea that you do live in a linear time, and the illusion that everything is permanent, right? We don't seem to enter in the brain the teachings that everything is changing at all times, and you are not the time, the linear time, that you are timeless, that you are undivided, that you are more vast, and you are living or existing in a non-time and in a non-space. Time and space, they are the same, just different parts of the coin. And then the fifth test of the ego, or is the illusion of destiny, that you are here for something, or you should be here for something. But you don't realize that just by being here, you have complete and deliver the message, the divine message. Your body is the vessel, and that is the destiny. That is your destination, is to be in the body, in the vessel. So the union between the subtle, the spirit, and the matter, the body, get together. But we think that destiny is related to doing, to action, or to knowing, or to have some kind of desires, or putting things in a different space, you know. But it's not as such. You are already in your destiny, and everything that you are living, experiencing, you have already signed up. You have choices, but once you are in the body, the choices refer more to the frequency that you're going to play what you have signed up. For example, I sign up to be a Latin American. I can be the normal Latin American, following certain cultural, religious standards, or I just want to be more sovereign and use that culture, honor that culture, to have the joy and the expansion and the depths and the creative aspect to be at service and to be in the within. So that is a choice. That is the frequency that I am signing up for. So, but I did born as a Latin American. It's already in my destiny. So with that 5 forces of illusion, the ego operates, and the ego helps to maintain the illusion of matter, the illusion that you are here, the illusion that this is real, the illusion that this is permanent, the illusion that you're not gonna die, the illusion that that you need to accumulate. All those things, what it makes, as you age, it becomes very stiff, and it stiff the cells, it stiff the body, the bones. So you die really like a mummy. You die before you die physically. You're so stiff, so tense, because the ego have convinced you and possess you that these illusionary forces are true. So my advice is, do not fight with the ego. Simply understand that when the mind is giving you this kind of conversations in these 5 alignments of doing, knowing, desire, time, destiny, you are out of balance. At the same time, don't be shy to be yourself, to be your own individual character. And that is a theme of conversation for our next class. I thank you again for sitting with me, having the patience, and I see you in our next class. Namaste.